And we are back with episode 5 of season 2 of BCCC Talks. I'm your host, Charlie Moore, and today we have a nice episode with the wonderful Miss Fran Langley. We would jump straight into the interview, but first we have our announcements. BCCC is hosting a blood drive sponsored by the SGA in the Boyer Conference Center on Wednesday, March 23rd from 8:30 to 2:30. You must make an appointment to give blood, and please give blood. It helps save lives from the American Red Cross. If you have any questions, contact Miss Anita Purser for more help. All right, I'm here with Miss Fran Langley. Miss Langley, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right on this good St. Patrick's Day.
I know that's right.
So, you are part of our GED program here at Beaufort, right?
Yes.
All right. So, can you tell me a little bit of how you got into the program and things of that nature?
I was in the GED program years prior, and I missed my math test where you had to score a 410. I got a 390. And I kept telling myself, I said, you can do this. So I put it off, and I put it off. And then I finally saw this man. He was 97 years old, and he had gotten his GED. And I was like, if that man 97 can get his GED, I need to go back to school.
Yes, ma'am. Most definitely.
I chose to come back and try it again. So right now, I've passed 2 of my tests so far, the language arts and the science. So now I have 2 left, which is social studies and math. But I'm continuing to strive, and I know sooner or later I'm going to get it.
Yes, ma'am. So listening to you talk earlier, you said you were from New York.
Yes.
What part of New York?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, I lived in Brownsville. Crown Heights.
Crown Heights. When did you come down here?
I can't actually remember the year. It had to be somewhere around 1987.
Really?
Yeah, 1987.
87. So, life can hit people different from other people. So, what would you say to people who may be thinking about giving up? Like how you saw the 97-year-old man. What would you say to people who are thinking about giving up and not going to chase what their dream is, or chase a GED or a professional certificate? What would you say to them?
First of all, I would say to them, you can do whatever you put your mind to do. And in my class, we have a lot of younger people. Like, I'm 60 years old. Really? And I'm the oldest in the class. And when we have new students come in, or even the ones that are already there, I encourage them to, go forward. Some were afraid to take the TABE test or the practice test, and we would get together and we would encourage one another and let them know that we're behind you 100%. And even when we need help one with another, I try my best to help them if they need help. If I know how to do something and they don't know how to do it, then I also help them. So we kind of work together, and I tell everybody, go forward. You know what I'm saying? Quitting is not an option. For me, being 60 years old and returning to get a GED, I know we can do it. Yes,
ma'am. I think that's wonderful how you're willing to encourage, the younger people, because sometimes those young people don't have anybody. They're just trying to do it on their own, and they need that voice on their side. They need that Miss Langley in their ear telling them to keep on going. So I'm glad you one of those people, not an older lady that's like, no, I'm just here to get mine. I'm not worried about anybody else, but you helping other people, and I think that'll work out in your favor also,
And when I first came here, I had fear. I had fear that I wouldn't pass, because I keep saying to myself, I'm going to get this math. And that 410 where I needed to get, and I got 390, it really let me know you're not far behind. You can do this. You know what I'm saying? And with the students in the class, they actually look up to me. And if I can push them to do better and do greater, but if you continue to encourage one another and let them know that they can do it and we can go further, they'll come out on top. Yes, and I'm glad for anybody that get out before me. You know what I'm saying? Because we all here for the same thing.
Yes, ma'am. So what would you say helped you get rid of some of your fear? Was it taking the test a few times? Or?
Actually, it was the students. We are, like I said again, they were like, Miss Fran, you can do this. My teacher, she encouraged me, Fran, go for it, you can do this. Miss Sandy, she said, Fran, you got this. Miss Penelope, Fran, way to go. And, it's just motivating. And I'm just so thankful that you have people around you that are pushing you also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you have people in your corner. And it makes me feel like, okay, if I need help, I know who to go to. You know what I'm saying? I can go to my teacher. She'll help me as much as she can. She'll give me the tools that I need to get what I need to take these tests. And then that fear just goes away. You know what I'm saying?
So no fear.
God on my side.
No,
He on my side.
Yes, ma'am, most definitely. And I feel like you have your nice green shoes on St. Patrick's Day. You've already pinched me for not having my clothes on. Are you going around pinching people today?
No, I'm not doing that because everybody got on green.
No, see, so it's just me. I'm the oddball. There's like a negative way people look at getting a GED. And I want to speak on how, it's just an alternative route. I don't think it's a negative thing for people to have gotten their GED or things like that. I just think they were dealt a different hand of cards.
We had, in my family, we have a large family.
Yes, ma'am.
And everybody has either gotten a GED or a diploma. I'm being the 15th child.
Oh.
And not having one. And of course, I had four children.
Really?
One passed away her last year of college.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I'm not just doing this for me, but I'm doing it for them. You know what I'm saying? Because some people think because you didn't pass the test the first time that you'll give up. I mean, eventually down the road, something will click. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to be ready for a new mindset. You got to change your mind because negativity will hold you back from following your dreams, getting your GED, going further where you want to go. Now, right now, I want to be a cosmetologist.
Really?
Because I love doing hair.
Okay.
So I do hair at home, but I want to get those licenses. So getting this GED and going further into college to do cosmetology is one of my goals. And anybody that's negative, if you get around the right people and the right people push you and let you know that you can make it, getting a GED is not hard at all.
Yes, ma'am. So what's your favorite hairstyles to do? Just on a lighter note.
Cornrows.
Cornrows?
Yeah, I do cornrows. I do crochet. I do box braids. I do dreads.
Really? Men and women, huh?
Men and women.
Well, you going to make me grow my hair out, Miss Fran, so I can come see you.
Go ahead.
So I have a few speed questions for you. Favorite movie?
ID channels, like
ID
Snap
channels.
and
Okay.
Fatal Vows and stuff like that.
You want to know like forensic and stuff like that? Okay.
Stuff like that.
That's cool. If you could switch places with any celebrity for a day, who would it be?
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson?
I love Janet Jackson.
In my last interview, I told the lady that I would be Michael Jackson.
Janet Jackson is in control.
Yes.
She got it going on.
Yes, ma'am.
I like Whitney Houston, but I love Janet Jackson.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you said that. And last but not least, who is one person that you looked up to help you throughout your journey?
My mom, God bless her, she passed in 2004. My mother was a strong woman.
Yes, ma'am.
When I say strong, she was short in posture, but she was big in stature. My mom did everything that women probably didn't do. My mom worked just like a man, but she made it her goal to teach us anything you want, you have to go after it. Nobody's going to hand it down to you. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of trades. I have a lot of things that I do on the outside. But I've got that from my mom, and my children are following in my footsteps, so they mimic after what they see.
Yes, ma'am.
And all of my children are heavy workers, goal-oriented, and that's my goal is to get this GED so I can prove to them that I can do what I thought I couldn't do.
Yes, ma'am.
My mom was one of the women that took care of 15 children, a husband, and still worked. Yeah.
That's great. Shout out to all the great mothers out there. But Ms. Langley, I can tell you are well on your way. You know, you're doing great. I can't wait to hear the day where Ms. Langley come see me and say, I got you. Yes. But I want to thank you for doing this interview. You know, I learned. It really motivated me to sit here and listen to you tell yourself that you're not going to give up and how you encourage other people. It's encouraging me through everything that I go through out there. So I just want to thank you for that, and I appreciate you doing my podcast.
Well, you're welcome, and I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. This is Charlie Moore, and we out.